Hi, this is Paul from the Kiteboarder magazine. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the 2012 Best Kahoona. We were able to test the 9.5 meter Best Kahoona down here in La Ventana. The Kahoona is the 4-strut medium aspect kite from Best. Big news for the Kahoona this year, for those of you that have flown this kite before, is now available with a 1-pump system. So some people really didn't like that in the past. Now it has a 1-pump system, so that's a nice plus that they added to that this year. This kite features medium turning speed, medium bar pressure. The big news about this kite is its range. That's a huge pro with this kite. It has a humongous wind range, especially on the low end. For a 9.5 meter kite, this kite generates a ton of power. You can also still manage that power well up at the high end of the wind range. Another big pro about this kite, it's very stable, very easy to fly. It's one of those kites that a lot of people can jump on and immediately feel really comfortable on. It's also very easy to relaunch. Have no problem relaunching this kite. Another pro that we heard about this kite from our testers, it has relatively good upwind performance and good jumping performance, especially for such a user-friendly kite. Some cons with the Kahoona, especially at the really low end of its wind range, it has a little bit of a tendency to backstall in certain situations. It's not a big problem. All you have to do is sheet out on the bar a little bit if it starts to do it, but it does tend to backstall just a little bit in the really light conditions. Another con with it is that when you start to depower the kite, the steering slows down noticeably. So it goes from being a relatively, a moderate turning kite to a relatively slow turning kite after you've depowered it quite a bit. Another con with this kite is the canopy can flutter quite a bit when you're turning it really hard, especially after you've depowered the kite. So if a canopy that flutters a little bit bothers you, that's going to be a huge con for this. Another con for the Kahoona is the bag that it comes with. Best has decided to ship all their kites with a very simple stuff sack to save money for the consumer. And so this comes with a very simple kind of a sleeping bag style stuff sack. One problem we had with it is that it's a little bit too small for this kite, so it's actually really hard to get the kite into it. So this is the bar that you use with the Best Kahoona. This is a brand new bar from Best for 2012. A couple of things are really unique about this kite. First of all, it has some replaceable parts in here. The bushing inside here is actually plastic and not metal. Best says that's to prevent these lines from wearing out prematurely, and it's actually a replaceable part in there. Now obviously during a test we didn't get to test the durability of that, but it's kind of neat that they allow you to replace the parts. This bar features a below the bar leash attachment, push away quick release, and a below the bar swivel that works really well to keep your front lines from getting twisted up. It also features these oversized, not really rubber, kind of like soft plastic ends that are kind of nice on your hands. Overall, it's a really nice bar, really easy to use, clean and simple. One thing that's a little bit of a trouble with it is that depower and power backup strap can be a little bit far away for people with short arms to reach. So that's our quick review of the Best Kahoona. Of our testers that rode this kite down here in La Ventana, 3 out of 5 would recommend it to a friend. That's just our brief overview. If you want to read more about this kite, head over to thekiteboarder.com.